time for me to get my guests on the show. Nikhil Nas, senior cricket journalist, joins me. I'm also joined by Aishwarya Shinde, a Kolkata Knight Rider fan. My little Chennai fan also joins me from Dubai, Arjun, and Ronak Jain, the Rajasthan Royals fan. Nikhil, to you first. Do you remember of having seen a more open IPL than this year?
Well, no, I remember that seasons have been very close. There have been times where teams have been fretting that even 16 points wouldn't get them through. There were other times where, 14 sent them through. But this sort of a scenario where till now we don't know, and probably on the last day we'd get to know the 4 teams that make it to the playoffs. All we know right now is that Mumbai Indians have qualified. Kings 11 Punjab, Chennai Super Kings and Rajasthan Royals are out. That's the only thing we know. But it's been a close sort of a tournament. I mean, I'm just going to take your example, Rika. I mean, you would have been fretting today. On one side is your sentimental favorite Kolkata Knight Riders. On the other, your favorite Shane Warne's team, Rajasthan Royals. So you would have been split what to do.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that's the season that it has been. But yeah, for fans, you couldn't have asked for anything more.
Ronak, a heartbreaking loss there in the end. The team looked brilliant in parts, but tonight they couldn't put it all together. Does your heart really goes out to Jofra Archer, who might end up being the most valuable player of the tournament, while the team will end as the Wooden Spooners?
It does. I mean, he's leading the MVP ratings. I would even go to the extent of saying that he's been the best bowler this tournament above Rabada and above Bumrah. He's single-handedly led the attack for us. I mean, if you've seen the power play today, in 2 overs, he just gave 3 runs and the remaining 4 overs were gone for 50 runs. I mean, that is a huge difference that Archer provides to us. Very, very disappointed. I mean, we started off this match doing all the net run rate calculations for the 4th spot, but after the power...
Right. Aishwarya, as a fan...
We started doing net run...
Right, Aishwarya, as a fan, when Rajasthan was getting close to 110, were you thinking that this is the time they need to get all the wickets so that, Kolkata goes through to number 2 on net run rate and they don't have to be fretting till the last day to find out whether they are in the playoffs or not?
I mean, to be honest, it's been a really hard season for the Knight Riders. I mean, there were 2 really major issues in their earlier matches, that they were not scoring enough runs in their power play and they were not taking enough wickets also in their power play. But today they just got everything under control. I mean, there was no need to worry about it, about the run rate. I just hope they get qualified ahead.
Right. Arjun, to you, I had you in the pre-match show when you were wanting Chennai Super Kings to win, though Punjab was your other favourite. Are you happy that Chennai has won and Punjab's knocked out?
Well, I was watching the match with my Nanu and my Nani. They both support Punjab. But I'm sure they will be happy that CSK won because their grandson supports CSK. Jokes apart, I think the star player of the match was Gaikwad. And as Faf said, he is the new Kohli. Now, as you see, Chennai may end up as second to last this year, but in the next tournament, which is in a few months, they will have Suresh Raina back and they will have Harbhajan Singh back. So it will be, the openers will be Gaikwad and Faf. You have your overseas players as Nigidi.
Right. There will be a lot of changes, Arjun. Nikhil, but do you think that Chennai, the way it is, it can have right now, once the auctions happen in 6 months' time, they have a very short turnaround time. They will be eager to get those players back who had left them early this season?
Well, Rika, one thing's for sure. I mean, definitely the likes of Suresh Raina will come back. But, what we tend to forget when we look at this team and what the future is like, and when we look at in the IPL scenario, we forget that, there are auctions every year, and not just auctions, there are trading windows that are open even in the middle of the season. I think the biggest trade-offs that have happened were Ashwin coming to Delhi Capitals from Kings 11 or Ajinkya Rahane coming from Rajasthan to Delhi, and that didn't happen during the auction. So sometimes we forget we think we're building for the future, but there's no future as such because the trading is so open. It's not like, a club soccer where you could really keep your players or groom players and keep them. The shifting of players can happen very often. I mean, in just one season to another, you can have a completely different team. That said, I think Chennai weren't as bad as what the points table reflects on their performance at the moment. And I think the biggest difference was MS Dhoni's form. If you take a look at the Chennai last season that made it to the final and the Chennai this season, roughly it's been the same sort of performance. Only thing that happened last time, in some very crucial moments, MS Dhoni stepped up, hit those crucial, boundaries at the end and took them through. This time, those close games they lost, and which is why they've ended up where they have.
Here's what everyone's now talking about. MS Dhoni clarifying that this is not the last game in yellow for him. Nikhil, coming back to you, beyond the news of 3 teams getting knocked out today, it seems that everyone's really interested in this one big no that MS Dhoni said at the toss, that he's not retiring from IPL cricket, at least for now.
Well, Rika, that's the impact MSD has, right? So definitely no is the top trend on Twitter just after MS Dhoni said it. But I'm guessing it would have made a lot of fans happy because that's not the way they would have liked to see MS Dhoni go, the most successful captain in the IPL, finishing right at the bottom, not qualifying for the playoffs. And for someone who knows MS Dhoni, for example, you and I, we've covered, Indian cricket for a long time, have interacted with MS Dhoni. If you know a little bit of MS Dhoni, you knew that this answer was coming. He's not the kind of guy that will quit when things are down. Had Chennai Super Kings won this IPL title, you never know. He could have just walked into the sunset saying that this was his last IPL. But the way that they've performed, he's not the sort of a guy who's going to quit on a team when it's down. He's the kind of a guy who would like to go on a high. So that was definitely, a no-brainer when he was asked the question. Firstly, kudos to Danny Morrison in the age of very monotonous press conferences and questionnaires. Very typical. Absolutely. Very well asked. I mean, he went straight up for it. He performed really well with that, whole pre-match interview that he did. And good on MS Dhoni to answer it straight up. Sometimes MS has been guilty of, giving convoluted, long answers, really not coming out with, what he wants to say or what he really feels. This time he was candid. He said it straight up. This is not it. And the next IPL isn't too far away. And you know him, Rika, that he's not the sort of a guy who would just leave this suddenly.
Well, but Nikhil, there's too much up in the air right now over the next IPL, whether it will be held in India, another edition in the UAE. We'll really get to see in the next few months, whether it's again a summer IPL in the desert or not. That's also a concern perhaps for the franchises. Now, going to you, Ronak, there has been an exhibition of talent in this edition of the IPL. We've seen Rituraj, we have seen Padikkal, we've seen the best of Tewatia. Who would you pick? Who would be your one pick for that, best youngster from this IPL?
In fact, I'd go for 2. One is Devdutt Padikkal with the bat. I think he's been very, very consistent with RCB. And I think he solved that opening problem also for RCB and taken the responsibility of another Indian player complementing Virat Kohli. So for batting, it will be Devdutt Padikkal, and for bowling, it will be Ravi Bishnoi, because I think he's been instrumental in getting Punjab to the position where they were before today. I think his leg spin has been very good, and I would go for Ravi Bishnoi. Also Varun Chakravarti, because even he's done very well. He's got an India call-up as well. So these 3 players, I think, augurs very positive news for India going ahead.
Right. Now, if you have questions for our experts, you can tweet to us at CricketNDTV and #Turning Point. We shall pick the best ones and get you the answers on Turning Point. Here's a stat that you may be interested to know from this match. Rituraj Gaikwad is the first Chennai Super Kings player to score 3 consecutive half-centuries, and that's the first time that a Chennai player has done so. Aishwarya, as a KKR fan, it's a special moment for you, your team winning by 60 runs. We, of course, will get to know whether they play the playoffs or not, but a momentous occasion for a fan like you, isn't it?
Yes, of course. It's like really dream come true. And lastly, I would like to thank all the ground staff, the hotel staff, the management staff of each and every team who is responsible for this bio bubble. so that our players can play safely and we can watch them live at our home. And secondly, it's nearly midnight, so I would really like to wish Mr. Khan, if you're watching this, happy 55th birthday. You have been my idol since childhood, so
Aishwarya,
yeah,
could
stay
you
happy,
just hold
stay
it
healthy,
up? Could you just
stay with
hold
me
it
as
up?
usual.
Could you just hold up the placard to show King Khan? Yes, there it's a special message going out to King Khan, who turns 55, and the party is going to continue well into the night for that famous win that KKR achieved on the night, on Sunday night, over Rajasthan Royals. They have beaten the Royals by 60 runs to knock them out of the tournament.